Okay, I'm here. It only took me 10 extra minutes, but that's fine. I'll just cut it out of the VOD when I post it online. I'm sorry for that delay, for the literal zero of you who experienced it, but now we're getting started. So, last time we left our coding stream, well, two things changed. One, I look a little different now, in case you didn't notice. This is the first stream I'm actually using this new PNG model I made for. That isn't an art stream about making it. So that's pretty sick. Also, other than that, sorry, my cat is meowing. Hello, Clementine. But other than that, I've made a little bit of progress off stream on the coding. Last you saw. So let me show you what I've got so far. So, transition. You know that mount that I was trying to work on earlier? Well, I've animated it. And I've also got it somewhat working. I also changed the code bug pet. I just gave it a little bit more of a updated sprite. I didn't change any of its code. Also, first off, I'm gonna phone stuff's fine. So yeah, this works sort of now. There's something I need to fix. Because last stream I was having problems getting the mount to summon, or like, make a summon that shoots lasers. But I was only using the example mod code. And I don't know why it took me so long to think of this, but there are other mods out there that have code that you can just use. Like, it's not obscured like Calamity or other bigger mods are. So, I took a mount from the Spirit mod, shout out to the Spirit mod, that shot down. It's like this cloak that you wear and it shoots down when enemies are below you. And I started modifying some of that code. But we've got some slight issues. Exhibit A. The mount shoots any NPC right now, not just hostile NPCs. And my mount only shoots to the right. And also this laser is slow, for one. Two, it's super long. Three, it doesn't have any sound. But yeah, I anticipate this. I will probably need at least 3 hours to fix this, because I have no clue what I'm doing. But, you know, we'll give it a shot. We'll see. You like, see this? Guide's over there, doesn't shoot. Guide's over here, shoots. Doesn't shoot, shoots. And it shoots any NPC. Oh, it has a mounting sound effect and particles of its own now too. But yeah, this will shoot any NPC. So it'll shoot townies. It'll also shoot enemies. Like, let me spawn in some enemies. So it's not completely useless. Yeah, see, it is shooting them. So it is sort of doing its job, but you know, only sort of. So yeah, that's something we need to fix. And also, one thing I dislike about the example mod is that every enemy drops this sword, and it does not stack. It is obnoxious. But anyway, let's get to the coding, shall we? Give me a second. Okay. So, right now, how I've implemented this code so far, I found that I've tried a lot of different things, and all this mount states, and like all of these, that came from it's called the Relayan mount in code. So this is the mount from the Spirit mod that I'm basing this off of. At least the code for it. But this thing, it floats you up, and then it shoots at things below you, which is why I'm having to modify this code, and it's a little jank right now. But yeah, I also pretty much deleted everything that had to do with balloons in the code, because I just didn't need it. Yes, hello, Clementine. Meow. Oh my goodness. My cat needs attention. Hold on. But yeah, as you can see, I need to figure out why it's shooting to the right, and why it's shooting so slow. Why it's shooting to the right, why it's shooting so slow, and how to get it to only target hostile mobs. So, right now I have two functions. There's a NPC get target, and I don't know if this is a custom function. I think this is a custom function from theirs, or maybe not. NPC get target. I mean, it might. I'm not sure. But yeah, right now so in the update effects, this is just what happens when this will repeat itself probably every tick you're on the mount, every in-game tick. This code will repeat where if this get target condition is set to true, then it'll spawn a new projectile. Also, it has an attack cooldown %. And if I didn't include this code, it would shoot every update of this loop. So I turned it off once, and it literally just like rapid fired like as many projectiles as it could. So not a great idea to turn that off. And yeah, I'm gonna comment on all this code once it's done, once I actually know what it's doing. Also, sorry if I sound far away from the mic. I am currently having to reach over to pet my cat. Oh, now she's coming to say hello. Hello, sweetie. She's right by the mic. Yes, thank you. Okay. So yeah, what this does is if this target is true, like, yeah, if this condition is met where the NPC is targeted, located, then basically, if you are the player who is on the mount and the attack cooldown is not going off, then it'll spawn a new projectile. And basically this is just a checker for, like, you always need to have that there for if you're summoning projectiles that are supposed to be it's supposed to be yours and not an NPC's, because you need to specify that. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, I guess it's whether or not it's friendly. So yeah, what this does is this gives the summon 30 damage. This gives the mount 30 summon damage for each of its projectiles. Hey! Nice to see you again. Have some, I hope you enjoy your spaghetti. But yeah, I was just explaining that I mean, how my mount is not correctly shooting its laser and why that might be. I'm still trying to parse through that. Yeah, I did. I thought it was the best option, honestly. I was a fan. But, yeah. This is my first stream that I'm actually using this model for. It's gonna be cool. I need to, like, change my profile picture and a whole bunch of other stuff. But, for now, we're coding. But yeah, nice to see you here again. 42K. Right, I just call you K. But I don't have commands again. I don't have commands in my chat, but I get you. I know what you mean. Have good spaghetti. Yeah, I get you. So yeah, so right now, if the target is gotten, and you are the player that owns the mount, and the attack cooldown is at 0, so it won't shoot every tick, then it'll spawn a new projectile from the mount. And this is I think these are classes. It's new projectile direct, which is there's two different ways to summon projectiles. There's new projectile and there's new projectile direct. And I think the direct version involves vectors, while the new projectile without it just involves an X and Y, and then like an X and Y for the velocity. So that could be why it's going slow. I just need to mess with the vectors. But yeah. I also need to make it play a sound whenever this shoots. But that, honestly, should be pretty easy to implement. Especially since the sound for the Skutlix laser, which is what I'm using, should already be in base Terraria. I don't need to import my own sound. I just don't know how to make it make a sound without using like item sound or something like that. I mean, I know how to play a sound, so I might as well just... Anyway, that's not my biggest issue right now. So, I need to figure out why this is only detecting... It's not detecting in the center, it's only detecting to the right. Which is probably having to do with this get target parameter here. So, let's see. Right now, what I think it's doing, because I copied this code from another mount, is... So first it draws a rectangle around the player, which is your detect range. That's like the hitbox of the area of which this laser can see, or like this function will go off. So right now it creates a new rectangle on the player. It gets the player's rectangle, so like player.getRect.centerX and player.getRect.centerY. I think that is getting the player's hitbox. And then it's making a rectangle based off the player's hitbox. And then the detect width and detect height. And detect width is player width times 30, and detect height is just the input parameter that for when you call this function later, we put in this detect range parameter for detect height here. But that's for up and down. Honestly, the height doesn't matter as much as the width does right now. I just don't know why. It's only detecting it from the right. There must be some sort of like, maybe I need to, instead of doing getRect center X, maybe I need to do like off-put it from the center a little? I don't know. Let's see. And then this function I don't entirely understand, which is probably where the problem's coming from, but what I think it's doing is it's trying to locate the NPC. So like if the NPC's hitbox collides with our new rectangle, is what I think this is. Yeah, so it says main NPC where X is greater than or equal to X active. I don't know what X active is. And X.getRect.bottom is greater than player. Okay, so I think this might be where the problem is. This is X.getRect.bottom, which is, I think, the bottom of the targeted NPC's hitbox. And it says if that is greater or equal to the bottom of the player's hitbox. which shouldn't matter for what I'm trying to do. Okay, so it's that, and so if x is greater than x active and x.getRect, so like, I don't know what this means. I think this just means like the hitbox is moving. Not entirely sure. This part we might not need because it's detecting if it's below your hitbox. And then this is saying and intersects with... This is the part where it's talking about it intersecting with the new detection rectangle that we made up here. It's like, if the NPC's hitbox intersects with our new thing here. What does that say? So, and detect range.intersects x.getRect. Okay, so that's just the hitbox of the NPC, I think. And collision.canHitLine x center 00 player center 00. What does that mean? You can tell I copied this code because I hardly even know what it's saying. Okay. And hit line. Oh, I think what this is saying is like if you have line of sight. I mean, that's what I would assume. So if the center of the player has line of sight to the center of the NPC's hitbox, then this will return not default? I don't know what this question mark is. Maybe if NPC is unknown, then this will output no? And if it's detected, it will not output default. Basically just an indicator of like, yes, there is an NPC there, versus if there's no NPC detected, it won't output anything? I think that's what that's saying. So, here, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try getting rid of this bottom parameter right here. Don't need the double ampersand. Let's make this all one line, make it more readable. Okay, let's save this, and let's reload. Gotta switch screens, hold on. Alright. I don't know why. Alright. Spawning screens in the way. Alright, that should have reloaded the mod. Now let's test out this code. Alright, get some slimes in here. Okay, it's shooting them from the right. What about the left? It does not shoot them from the left anymore. Okay. So... Wait, no. I thought that it was, like, not shooting down anymore, but it seems to be shooting down still. Oh, what are you seeing? More slimes. Here. Okay, so it still does shoot down. It's not shooting to the left at all. Still. Honestly, I don't know if removing that parameter did anything for that code. Well, hold on. I can maybe test this by... Maybe it'll shoot enemies if they're above me now, when before it wouldn't. So, let's set up a little platform. Why not? I should have like an inventory lock thingy, but then there's items all over the floor. Either way, it's annoying. Okay, let's set up a test platform. And that should be good enough. should probably add another layer to this platform, so I can be physically below the guys. You know what? Music's probably clashing. Let me turn off the music. There we go. Alright. Let me spawn in some slime boars. Now, if I'm correct, this will shoot up at them. And it does not. Okay. I don't know what removing that bottom parameter even did. If anything. Well, I did reload it, right? I'm gonna double check if I reloaded it. I mean, I think I did, but sanity check. Reload it again. Did I save the code? I might not have saved. Let's save the code again. Load this again. See if there's any change. If not, then moving that parameter did nothing. No, nothing that I'm aware of, at least. Yeah, no, it just did nothing. Okay. Yeah. Alright, alright. Back to the code. So, what the heck is going on here? Well, at the very least, it made my thing a lot shorter, so that's nice. Yeah, I think it's just a problem of where the rectangle is being spawned in our detection rectangle. So, I'm not very familiar with the rectangle parameters. It's like, okay, so we need like an X and Y for the center of the rectangle, and then an X and Y for the width and height? Or how does that work? So, let me look that up. Okay. Oh, I should probably show you this part too. Give me a second. Okay. Whee! C# rectangle. Okay. What do these parameters mean? Oh, wait. I think what it's actually doing, instead of... I think that's a start point, and that's an end point. So, instead of this being the center, this is, like, the starting point, like the left top. And then this is the bottom right. I think. That would explain why it's only going to the right. Because if you look at the player... Okay, that makes sense. Here, let's take a look. Yeah. I don't do C#. This is a whole learning process for me, which is why I don't really know these things. But if you take a look back at Terraria here, and imagine that I'm on a graph right now. Actually, I don't have to imagine. I can turn that on. Okay, so this is a graph, right? Imagine my mouse right now is at the origin of where I'm making our rectangle. But that wouldn't make sense, because... Now, hello, Clementine. So my cat, she likes to help me. But, okay, so what I think is happening is we are getting the leftmost parameter here with at the center of our hitbox. And then we're going positive, and then like that. being positive, so it goes like down into the side. Hello, sweetie. But yeah, so based off of that little graph, that not graph, but like the display for the rectangle that web page showed, I think the rectangle is just getting created into the ground over to the right here. And we want it centered on us. So let's change the code for that. Let's see if we can jury rig something here. Have to remember to switch screens. Oops. Okay. So now detect width, detect height. Yeah, so we would want this. We get the axis for the center of X here, but that's not the starting point we want for our X. We want it to be like over a little bit. So and I could do an arbitrary value. Man, I'd rather not. Like, what sort of equation would this be? So if I just change one parameter, it'll automatically center itself. I mean, if we're doing centering, it just needs to be half of whatever detect width is. So it would be, we would do minus detect width divided by 2. I'm assuming. I wonder if that actually works like that. Well, we'll find out. And for this, we would do, instead of detect width, we would do detect height. Meow, hello Clementine. Alright, detect height. So, in theory, what this should do is it'll move the rectangle over by half of the width and height in either direction. So the scanning range should be centered on me now. The rectangle should be centered on me. Clementine thinks so too. Yes. Oh my goodness. She wants me to pet her while she's eating. It's her favorite thing. I know, sweet. I have to like stretch my foot out to get to her while she's eating so I can still be on my computer and do stuff. She is the silliest little thing. Okay. Let's go over to Terraria. I saved my code. Let's turn off this grid. We save and exit. Rebuild. Okay, no crashing. That's good. Okay. Alright, so let's spawn these slimes in. And it's not doing the thing I thought it would. Wait. It's shooting to the other side now. Wait, did you see that? Okay, it is shooting to the left now. That's good. Alright, so I was somewhat right. But now the rectangle might be a bit small. Because, like, if I'm up here, it's not shooting from down there. I just need to determine what sort of range I'd want it to have. But, like, when they were up here, it's not even noticing them. Like, how close is it? It needs to be really close. Okay, so the height needs to be a lot higher than it is. But it is shooting in all directions now. Okay, we've got something. We've got something. Cool. I thought that would take me all stream to figure out. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, back to the code. So Right, I think now we just mess with parameters for that. There's still some other issues I need to fix, but that was what I thought would be the hardest. Sweet. So, we got detect width equals player width divided by 1 times 30. Our detect range, I'm just gonna put this at like 160. Actually, no. Actually, sure. 160. Why not? Let's save that. Switch back over to Terraria. And we go to test world. Spawn in some guys. Okay. It's detecting them now. How far? Not too far. Alright, how far do I want it to be able to detect from? This is up and down. So, if I spawn slimes down here, can it detect them from up here? No. When does it start? Okay, pretty close to me. But like, honestly, that's not a terrible range for up and down. I mainly do want it to be like not too far up and down, but the side to side should be longer, I think. And my inventory's full of swords again. I wish I could just ban a specific item from my inventory. You know, instead of spawning slimes in like this, I should set up like a little slime statue. Why don't I do that? Why don't I set up a little arena here? So we got a slime statue in the middle. Oh, I don't need 99. Just need 1. Sure. I don't know if that's actually in the middle or not. But actually, no, I should count it out. Let's zoom out. How many blocks are you? Okay, so it's 30 blocks to that cube. 35. Okay, so 30 plus 35 is 65. I should make it 1 block longer. Actually, just make it as long as this. Yeah. Oh, but now it's 30 plus 41, so it's still odd. Okay. So 30 plus 42 is 72, divided by 2 is 36. So on the 36th and 37th block should be where that's placed. Okay, so like right there. Just double check. Oh, place the one to the side. Oops. Imagine I just put it down right back where I put it. Okay, we're good. Yeah. So now we can make a little arena with different platform distances. Each of these platforms, I should do like 5 blocks apart. How high can a slime jump? I don't want him to jump platforms. So I'll just do like barely below slime jump height. So if I spawn in a slime here, does it jump to the next platform? I don't think so. Oh, it can. Okay. Okay, let's make it a couple blocks higher. I don't think they can jump this high. Spawn in some more. You know, the first couple jumps they don't, but then the second one, the third one's a big jump, so... Okay, we're good. So there are 6 blocks in between platforms. Good to know. I'll make a couple layers of these. And then I will rig up a little pressure plate or platform or something to spawn in the slimes when I want them. Or just like a timer, you know. Just something quick. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on this block. Okay. I mean, this distance only really matters for the platform that the slimes are spawning on. But I want to make it look consistent. And if you're wondering what this white room is for, I was just using it to get sprites for different characters. Like, my Terraria character right now, I actually have him as an NPC up here. He's right here. So I was just basing my sprite work for my NPCs off of, like, Terraria characters you can just make. Because I have not mastered the Terraria art style. But yeah. That's why I look like this. I also have a girl version of this test character as well, because you can't change your character's, like, gender. Can you? Honestly, I don't... Wait, is there not a potion for that? I don't remember, but I have 2 versions because of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and more platforms. So how big of a detection range do I want? I'll make one more. It's the worst boss fight arena ever. You know what? I'm gonna make it look slightly pretty. Because, why not? And also the fact that this doesn't line up with this is bothering me. So let's fix that. Some white torches. I originally had these torches here just to make sure the lighting on the character was good. I realized later that you could use illuminate coating, but actually the illuminate coating doesn't solve the lighting problem, so I think torches still are the correct way to go for that. Get some walls here. Yeah, I wanted to use Gem Spark because I thought it glowed. I mean, the blocks do, but the walls don't. Oh, you had your first stream 6 hours ago? Nice. What'd you stream? Sorry if you said that earlier. I just looked back at chat. Undertale? Sick. How far did you get? Oh, nice. Yeah. For some reason, my thought for Undertale playthroughs is like, if I ever did an Undertale playthrough, I'd want to do I'd want to not do pacifist. I'd want to do like the murder everyone run. The inner chaos gremlin inside me. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I know Metaton is pretty hard on the pacifist run, but don't know the exact details. This is still the same. Yeah, because I know pacifist run changes when you do a genocide run, right? Because, like, it's like Kara never really goes away. Something like that. Huh. Well, good luck. Platform. I don't know why this needs to look nice, but I just want it to. But I think setting up a room like this will be good for future mounts and summon practice and just like testing ranges, you know? It's just a good thing to have. You gotta learn Terraria? I mean, have you played Terraria before? Or do you just want to learn Terraria modding? Because I'm learning Terraria modding right now, but I have put a lot of hours into this game. I've been debating doing playthroughs, because I like doing challenge playthroughs, and I think it'd just be fun to stream. Oh, yeah, no. Terraria, it's a fun game. I mean, I might be a bit biased, but, you know. the devs put a lot of heart and soul into the game, and they're super active with the community, which I think is awesome. And the game quality itself is just really good. I don't know. This game's great. Oh, you rage because of the controls? Were you playing on PC, or were you playing on, like, PS4 or something? Oh, yeah. No, running, you have to get an accessory to be able to run, and then you don't have to press anything for that, so I can understand why shift holding out a light would be kind of weird. But you just sort of get used to it, you know? But yeah. Would recommend, if you like games like Minecraft, or like... It's like Minecraft meets a boss rush game. Definitely fun. Almost done with our arena here. Okay. And do I light it? I should. I should. Is this me just procrastinating doing more coding? No. This is very important. Very scientific work. How many blocks are part of these? 9? Okay. Oops. Okay. Almost there. I think about it, and it's like, I should have set stuff like this up before stream. But I never really think about it until I'm on stream. That's like, yeah, it would have been nice, but hindsight's 2020, I guess. Okay. Alright, now we just need to set up the timer. Get some wire. Oh, meant to favorite that, not throw it away. Honestly, I don't need the cell phone, because I can teleport wherever I want with a click of a button. And now let's get a timer. Only one timer. Got a couple doors here. Now when I turn on this timer, it should just start spawning slime. I've been lied to. Why is it not working? Hello? Oh, I didn't hook it up. Oops. There we go. So that'll spawn a slime every second for when the statue allows it to spawn a slime. And we can use that for testing purposes. Okay. And each tower has a maximum spawning limit, so. Okay. Right now, this doesn't reach them from up here. How high do I want it to be able to reach them from? Okay, now how far away does it reach them from? Okay, gonna move over here. Okay, so I feel like both dimensions should be bigger. The laser travels for a decently long distance, but it does not detect until it's a little too close, in my opinion. And also the height needs to be a whole lot bigger than it is, so. Alright, let's get that changed. Let's go back to the code. We're doing coding on a coding stream? Could have fooled me. So, this detect range, I'm gonna make it like, let's make it something huge. Let's do like 1,000. Huge-ish. And this, let's double it. 60. Oop. Almost forgot to switch. Give me a second. Alright, build, reload. Then we go over here. Turn on the timer. So now this is able to detect them from all the way across the stadium. But can it detect them from farther? Okay. This has a pretty big range up and down now. It might be a little too big. Might be a little too big. Yeah, I think this... Oh, forgot to put myself in God mode. Yeah, I think this is like the maximum distance I'd really want it to detect them from. Because you don't want it shooting things that are like way off screen, you know? And in terms of height, how high would I want it to be able to detect them? What if I go like this? Okay, so it detects them from about like right here, which is too high, but it's closer to what I want. So, back to the code. So, 1,000, maybe not. But, have that, 500. Could be good. This, maybe 50. Oh. I was speedrunning, loading my game so fast I forgot to transition my stream. Okay. Here and here. Turn on the timer. That's... Okay, so I guess before on 60 it was like barely detecting them, the range. Maybe 55. But like, we're really close. And for this, when does it stop? Okay, so up here it doesn't. Down here it does. I think that's good. Yeah, this Y range is good. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Just gonna alter the other one by 5, but then that should be good. Like this. Make that 55. Okay, save that. Reload. I should have an easy button to transition between these two. Workshop, develop, reload. Go back here. Pick the right world. And... okay, so it's like barely reaching that tower, which is what I want. Great. So we've got our shooting issue solved. That's one of several issues I wanted to work on. Next issue. This. He should not be trying to kill the guide. And also the laser speed being really slow and it not making a sound. Those are the main issues I want to fix with this. Okay, now let's go into the code and see why that could be. Here, transition. Alright. How do we make this friendly? So we would want this. Do we want NPC get target to only return not default? If, like, do we want this to return true if the enemy is not friendly, or do we want to only spawn the projectile up here if it's not friendly? I mean, either way, I think it would work. But I feel like implementing it in get target would be good. I just don't know how to detect that with this function. Okay, so I wonder if I can look up NPC class stuff. Terraria NPC. I need to switch my screen again. Give me a second. This is the website I like to go on for this class stuff. Okay, have a good time lurking. But yeah, okay, so is there anything that mentions if NPC is friendly? Check dead. Uh Find closest flare. Get full name. Party hat color. Party hat core. What class is this for? NPC class. So. Okay. There's get wrecked. Okay. So that's an NPC class function, or whatever those things are called. I think it's a function? I don't know. I don't do enough C#. Has buff? No. Heal effect? No. Is damage... Is NPC valid for PC array kill credit? No. I can stick to walls. I can make a town NPC that just sticks to walls. Just climbs all over the walls, that'd be funny. Simple fly movement, what that? Simple strike NPC, what is that? Strike NPC. Target closest. Is there any... Oh, friendly. Friendly. Turns true if this NPC should be considered an enemy to attack. Used by various player projectile mount and NPC logic. Okay, so can be chased by is probably what we need. So we would do like a condition like if NPC dot can be chased by equals false. So return true if this NPC should be considered an enemy to attack. Used by various parameters: attacker, ignore, don't take damage. I'm just gonna put this in my code and see if it does anything. Okay. So I think I would want to do that here. This is a bit awkward. So what maybe I do if NPC can be chased by is false, and then we shove all this inside. But it should always return something, so I'll leave the return out of the if statement. So, oops, no. Okay, I'll leave it some space. So, if NPC can be chased by, oops. Do I need to specify attacker? Do, huh. Okay, so this returns true if the NPC is attackable. Do I need this where it says like object attacker equals null and bool ignore don't take damage equals false? I don't know. I'm just gonna save this and see if it breaks. It broke. Okay. Invalid term object. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take out these little things here. Where it says object and bool, because I think that just might be implied. And we're gonna try loading that code again. Attacker doesn't exist in the current context. Well, we know what it equals, so let's just say null and false. How about that? Okay. An object reference is required for the non-static field method or property NPC can be chased by object. Okay. Object bool. Attacker. So I guess that would be player. If the attacker is the player, and then bool is either true or false, can take damage. Bool ignore don't take damage equals false. What is ignore don't take damage? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it as false for now. I'm going to save. Retry. No. Didn't work. Same reason. I did save, right? Sanity check. Yeah, okay. We got a stream viewer bot comment. Yay, one more comment for the algorithm. I guess. Yeah, I don't have any moderators in my chat right now, so I can't remove that. At least I don't know how, without being a moderator. So, guess that'll just be there. Fun. Okay. I need to figure out how to use NPC can be chased by. Maybe I say bool. Maybe I keep the bool ignore damage something. Bool ignore don't take damage. Excuse me. Maybe set this up here. Maybe do private bool. Nah. Just bool for now. Retry. No. Okay, does player not count as an object reference? Oh gosh, okay. Let's look back at this. Object attacker. Or I guess, so maybe that would be NPC. And not the player. So, NPC. Well, would I need to capture that in PC? I'm not sure. NPC is not a type. Is a type, which is not valid. If NPC dot can be chased by actor was null. Okay, so maybe I just do that. Okay, I literally did make it an object though. I made it an object, I swear. Object attacker. How do I do this? Oh, time to look it up. Let me switch screens here. Okay, so I need to figure out how to actually use this. Can be chased by Terraria. NPC can be chased by. Oh, true, homing projectile. Does this mention NPC can be chased by at all? Okay, so they used if main.npc dot can be chased by. Okay. Okay, so okay, if NPC dot can be chased by, and they had projectile and false. So projectile, where is projectile defined? I guess they're saying this is not working, but use dot center instead of dot position. Yeah, okay, it's not my problem. Projectile. So that's the thing that's doing the chasing. Okay, so that would be something to do with the player. So something to do with player then. So my original instinct was right. Let me switch screens. Alright. I don't know what attacker is, but we got player here as an input for get target. So we shouldn't need, I mean, this should just be player. Right? Or is it player.who am I? Or is it main.myplayer? Main.myplayer. Nope. And also, wait. How did they do their if statement? Projectile fault. Okay, so they didn't do an equals true. They just did this. And they didn't have this. They just put false. I mean, I guess if it's true, it's sort of implied. And it's still errors. Basically, I don't think it changed anything. Would just lowered the text a little. Okay, I need to get an object reference that is correct here. So that's... maybe this is a player class? It's like its own thing? Player doesn't count as an object? How do we reference the player as an object for this? Object. They don't mention that anywhere. Okay. Let me switch it back to the web because I'm still looking up stuff. Here they use it for a projectile. So does this only work for projectiles? Float 548 equals 1000F. Oh, so this is just an incrementer. It's a for loop. You say if main.mpc and then num549 dot can't be chased. Oh, I need to do main.mpc now. So this is just the cat. This is just what specifying one NPC. I think. I don't know what these different numbers are. Num549 equals 0. Do I need to add like... no, that's not the problem. Huh. Collision dot can hit projectile position with height. Because I know the... okay, I know the mount that I got this code from doesn't attack NPCs. And I think they use something along the lines of can hit. But when I ran at my own code, it didn't know what can hit was. Here, let's take a look at my code again. So I don't mention can hit in here at all, do I? No, okay, that's can hit line. What does this one use? They use can damage. I don't know, because when I tried calling this, it didn't recognize it. But here, let's look it up. So, switch sources. Okay. Let's look up. Well, first off, can damage. Okay, it's not an NPC thing. Go Terraria, and damage. Can damage might be their own separate thing, like their own function they made. Oh. Summon taggable neutral passive NPCs. Then you can use mod.call to fetch the logic used. The mod's internal ID is neutral minion targeting. It has 2 capables. Can be chased by minion. NPC victim, projectile attacker, full, false. Okay. But that's can be chased by minion. That's different. Well, okay. I know example mod has examples of homing projectiles, so maybe I pull one of those up. So we go here. Example mod, content, projectiles, homing projectile. Let's switch to the code window. Oops. Alright. Does this mention can be chased by at all? Okay. So it does... Oh, so this returns... Public pool is valid target, NPC target. This method checks that the NPC is active, chaseable, max life bigger than 5, not a critter, can take damage, hostile. Okay, so I can literally just use this. Okay, so that uses NPC target. Huh. So what if I just slap this bad boy in there? Let's see. So I take this statement I was trying to do out, add it as its own public bool, I think. And I'm not using projectile, so I guess this would be player center. Okay, so this is the same. Oh, so I can literally just maybe slap this in here and double and here. Where is it? Where's the ampersand? And instead of target, it would be NPC. Or maybe it's X. Might be X. Alright, I'm gonna take this out. File, save. And hey, it worked. Okay, let's switch screens. Alright. It loaded. So now we go test. Live test world. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Alright. It's not attacking the guide. Hooray. Now let's see if it still attacks slimes. It is! Awesome. Sweet. Alright. Now all we gotta do is make the projectile actually act like a laser and make it make a noise. And then I think we're done with this mount other than like appearance changes. And let me switch the screen. Okay, so that works now. Great. Now we need to change projectile speed and the spawn timer thing. What was it? Spawn timer? No. the music, the sound needs to play sound when it's spawned in. Also, I'm going to put that over there. Alright, so NPC is target, attack cooldown, player.who am I? What am I looking for? Right. Okay, so new projectile direct. let's look that up. See how we can change speed from there. Let me switch screens real quick. So we'll do Terraria, new projectile direct. New projectile direct. Okay, so vector 2 position, vector 2 velocity. So entity spawn source, vector 2 position, vector 2 velocity. Let's switch back to our code. So the second vector is velocity. And right now, we've got our identity, we've got our player vector, and this is the velocity. Player.direction to target.center. Which one of these is the wait, is this the velocity? This 2? What if I change that to 30? Let's see if it breaks. Go here. Oops. Okay, didn't break. That didn't do what I thought it would. Oh, no, right, that's knockback. Okay. Not the right parameter. Close, but not right. Right, I can see it too. So, if what this is saying is right, this should be the velocity? But direction to target center, I feel like... How is that velocity? Direction to target center? Hey! Nice to see ya. The laser, I have fixed it so that it's not shooting down anymore. Right now, I've pretty much fixed every issue with the laser. I've just, I'm trying to figure out how to change the speed of the laser and how to make it make a sound. But yeah, no, I could show you. It's a bit silly right now, but let me swap over real quick. Yeah, so right now, it is sensing these mobs at a distance that I want it to. The knockback's a little silly right now because I thought that was the speed variable, but it's not. Yeah. It did look like that for a bit. But no, it's able to shoot these how I want. It also no longer attempts to kill the guide, which is great. But now I'm just trying to figure out how to make the lasers not move at 2 miles an hour. And how to make them make a little laser sound when it shoots. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I expected getting this thing to not shoot down to take me all stream. But I figured it out surprisingly quick. So, yeah. Now I just need to figure out how to change this thing's speed. Which means we're going back to the code. Oh, really? I don't have my chat on slow mode or anything. I don't know why I'd be mad at you, but... Yeah, how dare you be talking in my chat? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, okay. So, according to what I looked up about new projectile direct, this should be the vector 2 for the direction, and this should be the vector 2 for velocity. But the way it's named is direction 2, target.center. I feel like that's just pointing to where the target is, no? I don't know. Let me take a look at the thing again. Yeah, it goes identity spawn source, which is our NPC. I mean, our player. We got vector 2, which is position, and then another vector 2, which is velocity, int for type, int for damage, float for knockback, and then the other stuff. So, I guess this would be the one that needs changing if I want to change the velocity. But I don't know how to do that exactly. Yeah, I ripped this code from another mount from the Spirit mod, and I've basically just been like where this mount only shoots down. So I've just been trying to decipher it this whole time. So player.direction 2 is this? What is player.direction 2? Oh, time to look that up. Let me switch screens. Terraria player spread reference. Oh, my C didn't come out. Direction 2. Is that one word? Direction, yeah, it should be. Okay, so direction 2 is not something. Okay, what if I look up player.direction 2? Direction 2. Okay, I guess I searched the wrong thing. Direction 2. What? Did it not mention direction 2? Okay. I'm not going crazy. Like, it mentioned it right there. This. What do you mean it's not there? Individual keks? Are you asking me or are you asking Fancy Labs? Because I don't know it. Also, rip. Yeah, I'm sorry to switch watching on your whatever you're watching on isn't working. I know when I watch Twitch on my phone, it gets really scuffed sometimes. Is it like spelled differently? Like what's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna copy it from the code. Paste it into the search. Nothing. What? What? Direction 2, vector 2, float, distance, vector 2, other. Okay, so this says direction 2, vector 2, destination. Float, distance, vector 2, other. What is going on? Is this not the exact same page that was just... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Inbuilt search. I'm not... Oh, if the inbuilt search in the code? I mean, maybe. Here, let me see. Oh, whoops. Transition, just kidding, it's the same thing. A little search in the top right of this? I mean, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, it's only mentioned once in the mount that I ripped this from and once in my amount. So it's not like a custom function of theirs. This is a function that Terraria uses. I just don't know how it uses it. Oh, and the website? Oh yeah, no, I've tried that before. Here, I'll try it again. But whenever I do that, it always brings up like weird little articles. Here, let me switch screens. Wait, I never switched screens to the other thing. Whoops, my bad. Here, put it up here. No matches. What do you mean? I'm being gaslit. I'm being gaslit right now. Like, is it not right there? What do you mean there's no... What do you mean? Well, let's try to figure it out in the code. I'm not entirely sure, because the way new projectile works, this is the player themselves, like who is creating, who's the owner of the projectile. This is the position that the projectile spawns in as a vector 2. And this is the velocity of the vector. In like both the X and Y direction. So I guess I could just put in my own, but if I don't use target center, how's it gonna know to get to the center of the target? That's what confuses me. 'Cause like, I guess, no, I think what it is doing is it's using a vector for the start location and for the end location. There's no specified speed. So how do I specify speed? I don't know. I mean, I can't just slap in another thing, can I? Hold on. I might have an ability to look at another thing of how I did speed. Well, no, I think for like item, you just do item.shoot speed. And you set a custom value. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. I wonder what happens if I set my own custom vector too. Because like, yeah, I just don't see how this is velocity. Like, how this says. Because to me, what this says is, this is, the starting point is at the center of the player, and then the end point is at the target. And there's no projectile speed even mentioned. That's what this looks like to me. You know what? I'm just gonna look up examples of new projectile direct usage. Let's see. Swap my window. Give me a second. Okay, so. Okay, I think this guy's using new projectile direct. Okay. Source, position, velocity, type. Okay. Source, position, velocity. Okay. The item ID for vanilla features and mod content items. Okay, so he just had an item ID problem. So where is he getting, what velocity did he put in? Vector 2 velocity. He doesn't even specify the velocity? Okay. Hold on, ring jet. Yeah, the game should make you define both. Oh, I'm a bit behind in chat. Sorry, hold on. Oh, you're making a game? Okay, that's pretty cool. Looking up the definition of velocity right now. Yeah, I mean, velocity is movement. Like, you know, you got your position, then you got your velocity, which is like position over time, which is how it changes in position over time, like how an object moves over time. And then your acceleration, which is how something's velocity changes over time. Yeah, velocity is speed and direction. Yeah, it's strange to me because he doesn't define it here. Project on new. Sure. Is this new projectile direct? No. New projectile direct. Player center. Oh, okay. I think what they did here. Oh, so I might understand what's going on now. Here, let me swap back to my code. So I think what's going on is this and this. Like, I don't need this because this should already define this. So it's using player center for velocity, I think. It's not a class they made. These are all classes that are in the Terraria library. So what I think is going on is the new projectile direct class here requires a source, which is this parameter, and then it requires two vector 2s, one for position and one for velocity. But in the example code that I just looked up, they used player.center for the source. So there might be a bit of redundancy with this parameter and this parameter is what I'm thinking. So if I change this to this, like if I move this parameter over to this part, and then I created my own velocity vector 2 here, that might work. Vector 2, vector 2 is a two-dimensional vector. So what a vector is think of a dot with a line coming out of it, right? So the dot is the position of the thing that is being defined, and the line is the direction in which that thing is moving. Vector 2 specifically means that it's in two dimensions. So think of it on like a flat sheet of paper, right? A normal flat graph has two dimensions, x and y. And you have a dot on that graph, which is the position of your vector, and you have a line pointing in a random direction. That's the direction that dot is going. That is a vector. Now, if we were to do vector 3, think of it like it was on a 3D graph instead. So you'd have XYZ position and then XYZ velocity. That's where I'm a little confused. It wants you to define X and Y, but player.center, I think, defines the X and Y as the center of the player. Like, the player has an inbuilt X and Y, so it sources it from this for this vector too. So this should be position. And then this is the one I'm confused on. So, because this, to me, says that this is another position vector. Because it's pointing... Okay, so this is like the direction it's pointing to, which it's pointing towards the center of the target, but that doesn't specify how fast it gets there, right? Yeah, so this specifies where the vector starts. This specifies where the vector ends. It does not specify the speed at which it gets to its destination. That is the problem I'm having right now. And I don't know how to fix it. maybe I multiply by 3. What if I just did that? What if I went a little crazy with it? Shove in some random math. Alright, let's see how completely this breaks things. Oh, I need to switch screens. Man, this streaming thing's hard. Okay, I have loaded the code. It did not break. Let's see what happens. And there you go. I fixed it. That's all it took. I just needed to multiply it by a number. That's insane. All this speculation, I'm like, how is this working? What's going on? Turns out, just need to add a times and then a number. Gotta love that. Well, it's a little slower than I'd want, but now I know how to change it. I'm definitely adding this in the comments of my code, because, man, that was confusing. Alright, I changed it to 25. You can't see that because I didn't switch screens, but I don't want to switch screens for like 2 seconds and then switch back, so... Oh. Yeah, no, I think I have my stream up on my laptop, and it's still going, so I think it might be on your end, unfortunately. But, we're getting somewhere. Yes! Yes! It's alive! It's doing the thing! Let's go. Well, right now it's sort of shooting from its legs. I want it to shoot from the little mask at the front. But I think that's pretty easy to change. But yes, it's working. I think this is a good velocity for the projectile too. Okay. Now all I need to do is, well, change where it's shooting from just a little bit. That's a quick just adding to the vector. And then I need to add a laser sound. And I think that would be this mount done. Yeah. It was shooting a million out in every direction because the velocity, I think, was literally like 1. So I needed to multiply the vector, the direction vector, to actually get it to go faster. Wait. I think I know why that is, actually. So, the position vector... Okay. Think of it this way. I'm going to open up my little graph here. And turn this off, because it's just distracting. So, first off, get rid of all these freaking swords. Ugh. The example mod. Yeah. It does look so tiny on it. But, God. Yeah, so, think of this like a graph, right? This is where, okay, so the first vector, vector 2, where it's like the character dot position, starts right here on my mouse. And the next vector 2 is like makes it point in the direction of the center of the mob, right? But where the velocity comes in is like why multiplying it by a number worked is that it will always take a certain amount of time to get to wherever the second vector is pointing. Like, it'll always take the same amount of time to get there. But with the multiplication, it's acting as if it's 5 times further away, or however many times further away. So it needs to travel faster to get there in the same amount of time. That is why I think multiplying it worked. But hey, good to know, good to know. And you gotta love example mod. Shoving swords down your throat. It's like, oh please, let me breathe. Okay. So yeah, I think switch back to the code. We go. Hold on, I need to switch the code. That's weird. When I go to my Streamlabs, it says I have 4 viewers, but when I go into my, when I look at my stream on my laptop, it says I have 3. Weird. But, yeah. So, now I want to add some to this, like to the starting spawn point for the projectile. So, I don't know how to add to a vector. Do I just multiply again? No. How do I add to a... I guess I could do just plus vector 2 and then arbitrary values. Plus vector 2. And I could do like 15. That not work? How do you call vector 2? Oh god. How do you... that's just like a basic C# thing. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Need to switch screens again. I really should make a hotkey for this, because it's getting a little annoying. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I just didn't know how that worked. I'm learning C# on the fly as I'm doing this. I do not know what I'm doing. But that's the whole point of my channel. I'm not supposed to know what I'm doing until I do. So C# vector 2. Okay. Vector 2 single symbol creates a vector whose elements have the specified values. Okay, should work then. Let's see if the code erupts. I'm gonna save. Let's switch screens to Terraria. Transition. What? Alright. No. Yeah, vector 2 is inherent to C#. Dang it. No. Uninvocable member vector 2. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, how do I do this? But it said I could do it. It said I could do it. Like that. Maybe I just defined vector 2. I might need to define the vector 2 on its own and then implement that. Do I do like create vector 2? Add vector? No, that's adding. Oh. Okay, so you can add vector 2s together. Here, let me switch. So if I read a little further, we've got, so this can add vector 2s. We have one vector 2, we want to add another one. But how doth one add vector 2 to vector 2? Well, we know how to add, but how do we make our own? Copy to single. Copy to span. Create, read only, create a vector whose elements. So just create? I feel like, is it vector2.create? Or is it just create? I feel like create isn't right. Right here. Okay, so it's like vector2 space create and then float x float. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the code. Stream. What am I doing? What's going on? What's going on? Hello? There we go. Okay. Maybe what? What? You what now? What's you saying in my chat? Okay, so this, you would say vector2 dot create. Okay, so I think cut this out here. And then we go vector2 dot create and then make those floats. I don't know why they're white. Normally white implies that that's not supposed to be there, but we'll see. Okay, so wait, I probably need to name it. So I guess I say Raj Ah. Raj Ah. Let's. Did I spell offset right? Probably not. I'm only an engineer. Forgive me. Okay, so that should be a vector 2. Okay. No. So now this is a vector 2 with 15f for both of its values. And then I should be able to just add it to this. So I would just, or maybe I could make another vector 2. So like final offset equals vector 2 add, and then we add layer dot center and then Raj offset. And then in here, instead of player dot center, we'll put final offset. Okay, let's see if this breaks anything. Yeah, it'd be cool looking back at your old C# project. Yeah, so I just essentially defined a new variable and try to figure it out from there. So let's go to Terraria. Retry. I didn't. Okay. Did I not put a colon somewhere? Semicolon. No, I did. What line is it complaining about? 109.26? 109. Okay, so that's my first projectile thing. Why you have to be mad? I put the thing. I need to mention that it's like a public static. Public static. No. I put the colon there. Okay. It expected semicolon. Let me switch back to my code. Maybe I'm crazy and I'm just not seeing it but... Okay. There's a semicolon there. This is the line it's whining about. What did I do? What did I do wrong? What did I do? Do I need to put the F's there? I might not. Maybe that's why it's mad? No, that's not why it's mad. There's a colon there. Bleh. Yeah, because not even mad about this line. Player.center. Maybe... Did I just do the notation wrong? It's float x, comma, float y. Why you not like me? Alright, maybe I'll try doing a single. Apparently you can enter it with just one value, and it'll just make both the x and y that value. It's still mad at me. Mad at me. Doesn't want another one? I'll put another one. I don't think that's gonna work. This is me being mad. You expected it? Well, it's there! Right there! Do I need to write public float? Yeah, they should be inherently floats. But do I need to, like, write public... Like, do I need to make this thing public for it to recognize it? I can't just make it a variable? Okay, question. What if I remove this, put it above this? If I... Will it still be mad about this same line? Because if so, then I did both of these wrong. Yeah, still... Okay. I think I need to mention that it is like a private or public variable or something. Which I don't know how to do. When I just do like... public var? Or just do var? Var. Var. Vatter. Var. Or, it doesn't... What does vector2 return? Does it return an int? No, it returns vector2. It's its own thing. Okay. You still mad? Yes, still mad. I don't get it. Maybe private. But private should be like that darker blue text, and it's not. Private. Or maybe I need to say float. Who knew that this would take the longest? Expected bracket on 107? Am I missing a bracket? No, that just doesn't make sense. Okay. Maybe I say vector2. Vector 2. No. I don't think that's right. I mean, like, why can't I create a variable that's equal to project? You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Just look it up. Switch to the web. Transition. C#. Creating a vector2 variable. Okay, this is literally just where I was before. Do I need to do like the whole public, static, system, numerics, vector 2. Do I need to do that whole song and dance? Vector 2, vector. Okay, so I do need to do, like, vector 2, vector. Ah. That's how I do it. Wait. There doesn't seem to be any difference when I don't see it as vector 0. Vector 2 is a structure. This means that a property or field of that type cannot be set to null and therefore be initialized to a default value. This vector code vector 2 vector will actually be compiled to vector 2 vector equals default vector 2, which I think is vector 2.0. Okay. So I need to establish the vector first, then create its value. Good memories, I'm sure. Good memories, I'm sure. Okay, so basically, let me switch screens real quick. Basically, what this is saying is I need to establish these up here. So vector 2 Raj offset. And then vector 2 final offset. So I don't need this float. I can do 15, 15, not point. Okay, so that should be how that is done. Let me double check. Yeah. Okay. It still doesn't like it. What do you want from me? If vector 2 is the variable type. Why is it doing this to me? Maybe I just do... I don't need to add vector 2. Maybe I just do, like, create and then add. Because these are already vector 2s. Right? Maybe? Maybe? Dang it. The name create does not exist in the current context. Vector 2. Vector 2. See, when I have these in, it says that I'm missing my semicolon, even though I'm not. So, I don't exactly get why it's saying that. Well, this is a crash course in C#, I guess. Alright, back to this. Maybe I missed something. So, normally when it's asking for a bracket that you missed, and you're not missing a bracket, it's an entirely separate issue that it's just having a hard time defining. That's the same thing I clicked on. Declaring a variable as vector 2, but it's treated as float. Okay. So, if you want... So they just defined it up here. They didn't need to have like a whole separate line. They said variable total force equals vector 2 and then 0, 0. Yeah, that should be how it is. And, I mean, I think their problem is that they're multiplying a vector with a float. Beware the dynamic typed languages. You're not declaring it as a vector 2, you are simply declaring a variable of any type and assigning it a vector 2. If you wish to give it a type, consider using colon equals. Colon equals. You are declaring it as a vector 2, but you're not statically typing it as a vector 2. So if you are unwittingly assigning it a float value later on, it will change the type of the variable to float, regardless of how you declared it. Change this using the static typing. Okay. Okay, so I need to do like variable item colon equals. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's still saying it when I compile. It's still saying I'm missing a bracket. Okay. So... let's see what this is saying. You probably encountered a lack of autocomplete suggestions after a dot. Function add item. Equals that. Dynamic code. Damage equals float 5. Float. 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 Huh. There's no difference between those two for constants. You do not need to write type hints. I'll see is... I don't know if this is exactly what I was thinking of. Also, my music playlist ended. Back to the beginning. Yeah, Who knew adding would be so hard? That's new vector 2. Okay. I need to say new vector 2. The only thing I say wrong is this line, variable size vector 2. This, you need to add the F on the floating point values. Okay, so I might need to add new vector 2. Okay. Let's go back to the code. Back to the code, back to the code. You're going back to the code. Alright, so I should be able to... I don't need to do it this way. So I should be able to say vector 2 and then say new vector 2 vector 2 equals new vector, but it's not like changing colors or anything. Do I need to add brackets or what do I need to do? Wait, so I shouldn't need to say create here. Yeah, okay. So if I'm making a new vector 2, then I don't need to put create. That's so weird. Why are there two different ways to do that? Like, what's the point of having create if you can just do new vector 2? Maybe... yeah, because this isn't turning green. That should turn green if I did it right. Vector 2, final offset, equals... do I just say add? Maybe I did add wrong. Might have done add wrong. I know you can't see my screen right now, but... Vector 2... shit. Vector 2 add... oh. Oh, I need to specify that they're vector 2s? Maybe? Maybe? I don't think so, actually. I'll put it in and see if it turns green. Vector 2. It does not. Vector 2. We already know that these are vector 2s. I mean, I haven't tested this if this doesn't work, so... Let's compile the code. It doesn't work. Okay. That does not exist. Wait. I forgot to put that back. Vector 2. Alright. File. Save. Oh, file. Save. Compile the code. And it wants a bracket, but it's on the next line down now. Okay, so this is correct now. Now, I just need to... But something's wrong here. I did this wrong. Somehow. Maybe this doesn't count as a vector 2? What if I just did both of these as proj offset? Proj offset. It doesn't change any colors or anything. Or maybe I could just, instead of making its own variable for it, I'll just put this in here. Vector2 dot add. Let's see what it whines to me about. Comma expected. Yeah, okay. Who knew this would be the thing that tripped me up? Adding. Maybe I should put new in front of it. You're right. Nope, didn't work. Vector 2 add? Wait, no. New vector 2, no. See, I just don't know how to call vector 2 add, I guess, or like any of these vector things. I just don't know how to use them. Do I need to say public static system.numerics.vector2? Do I need to do all of this? You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Nope, didn't help. Ah. Wait, how did add get in there twice? Oh. Well, yeah, that'd do. I can put it, okay. I had two adds. Doesn't matter. No. Would I just say vector 2 add? But this isn't making it set to anything. Maybe I don't say this is vector 2, and maybe I do this. No. Still no. I think so? Wait, maybe I just didn't include numerics. Is this something I need to include? Man, who knew adding would be so hard? Maybe I need to include... Okay, so let's... Vector 23! Ah! The 23rd dimensional vector. Okay, so... Systems... Okay, systems is in there. But do I need to do system.numerics or something? Is that even a thing I can include? Okay, I guess it is. But now there's an invalid expression of term public on 111. Oh. Vector 2 Oh. Yeah, no, it didn't help at all. Including that did not help. It was a good thought, though. Actually, no. System.numerics.vectors.ddl? Do I need to include that? System.numerics.vectors.ddl? System.numerics.vector.dll. Is it DLL or DDL? It's DLL. Save. You happy now? No. Well, it's not yelling at me for including what I included, though, so... Okay. I'll see you later. Thanks for hopping by. See ya, Kay. Wait, so you're saying I should keep new? That didn't work either. Yeah, I don't know. What do? I'm trying to add my projectile offset to my player center vector. That's why I'm using add. Here, let me switch to the web. So I'm trying to use this. It's in the system.numerics namespace, and it's in this assembly. I tried putting that in. I shouldn't need to specify this every time. Like, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I just want to change the offset of the laser shooting. Like, how I don't know, man. Like, maybe I just need to use a different thing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Inequality, multiply, subtraction. I mean, I don't know why you need an entire operator. Wait. This one, there was add, and this one says addition. So which is it? So that's a method, but this is an operator. Wait. So I could just say addition? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm going to see if the problem is that it's not recognizing player at center as vector 2. I'm just gonna create an entirely new vector and then try to add these together. Test. And then, like, it doesn't matter what that is. Vector 2 test result equals new vector 2 addition. Yeah, it doesn't like that I'm using addition. Let me do garage off set test. So if I get an error on line 112, Yeah, I did get an error of line 1. New expression requires an argument, list, or bracket. Okay. Maybe it doesn't like I said new. Maybe not even vector 2, just say addition. Uh-huh. So this... I should just be able to go like this, and that should work. The type of vector does not exist in the namespace system.numerics. What? What line is this? 5? Oh. So it's the inclusion. So it's doing all that without this inclusion. Okay. I guess system.numerics.vectors.dll is not a thing that it wants to include. Let's save view. Vector 2 is an ambiguous reference between Microsoft X. What? Oh. I just don't... I might not even need to include this then. File. Save. Dang it. I do need to include it. So when I include this, the error that comes up says Vector 2 is an ambiguous reference between Microsoft.xna.framework.vector2 and system.numerics.vector2. So which one do I use? Which one do I use? Well, let's try commenting that out. It's probably not going to work, but let's give it a try. Yeah, okay. I need that. Why is it like this? Why you have to be mid? That's yelling at me for using Vector 2 at all. Which one is coming from? Oh! You're right. Okay. So I need to say, like, system.numerics.vector2. Is that right? Is that what I need to do? System.numerics.vector. Okay. So yeah, I would just copy this, move it over here, and that should work then? Now, Vector 2 is an line 110. I made it. Maybe I needed to add it here as well. Maybe that? Okay. I don't know why I took it off. I'll save. The name addition does not exist in the current code. Okay. What? But it worked before. Okay. Why is it suddenly not caring about addition? Yeah, it says addition doesn't exist when I specify. Even though the website I looked at literally... It says it does! What do you want from me? Why are vectors so annoying? Yeah, well, it says that it's the namespace for vector2 struct is system.numerics. Here, let me switch my screens again. All this just to move this position where it's shooting just a little. That's crazy. So, yeah, it says right here, the namespace is in system.numerics. But if I don't include system.numerics, like if I take it out of my code for vector 2, I'm just doing some quick commenting. Give me a second. Save, and then I retry. It says addition does not exist in current context. So, you know what? Maybe since Microsoft XNA format or whatever, Microsoft XNA.framework, maybe it has its own method for calling this. So, C# vector 2 Microsoft soft. Oh my god, I can't type. Microsoft soft framework edition. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh, is it vector 2 dot edition? No, because this is... It's not Microsoft Framework. Oh. So I just do like location.x, location.y. Wait. Anyway, I found some code Microsoft for made C# and I'm trying to convert it, but I'm stuck on 2 bits with vectors. Let me tell you what's actually doing. I don't understand how you can add or multiply a single number to a vector. So it shouldn't even need to be a vector? I could just add a number? Am I overcomplicating this? Am I overcomplicating this? So... If I switch my screens real quick... Do I literally just, like... say... I could say, like, project... Nope. I could say that this... Go down here and set it equal to itself plus a value. Wait, so I don't even need this. I could just do, like... Just do, like, projectile offset. I don't even need to make it a new vector. I could just say equals player dot center plus 15. I could literally just do that. Is that what this is saying? And then I go proj offset. Is that what you're telling me? That the solution was right in front of my face? Okay. Did I spell it wrong? It's saying proj offset doesn't exist. It does exist. It's right there. Well, okay. What if it didn't need to exist, though? What if I just did that, and the solution was as simple as the other solution was the whole time? Okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Why did it say it would? Ah! Okay, so maybe we do something like this. And then we just say player dot plus proj offset. Was I overcomplicating things? It literally... Okay, it's saying proj offset doesn't exist anymore. Oh, it's because I forgot to say vector 2. Vector 2. Okay. File save. Make sure that this is the same as this. It is. Save again, just in case. It was literally that simple. Oh my lord. I should have just used the plus sign the whole time. Ah! I cannot believe. I'm mad at myself. Holy mother of Moses. What's going on? I just needed to add the plus sign. It really wasn't that hard. Okay. Oh, right. Plus on the Y makes it go down. Okay. Well, I knew it should have been easy. Alright, where is it shooting from? Okay, I want it a little further over on the X, and opposite direction for the Y. Okay, so negative, and then I'll make you 20. I cannot believe that that's all it was. You know what? It's fine. I am fine. Okay, we're getting closer. They both need to be a little larger, though. Let's make you 30, and you 25. File, save. I don't need to show you this part. I would stream my whole monitor, but then I might accidentally like show files and stuff, which I'd rather not do, so I'll have this inconvenient stream switching setup for now. Okay. Oh, put that back, boy. Sweet. Alright, it needs to be a little further over on the X, but otherwise I think we're good. What is it trying to shoot? Okay, now it's just having a hard time hitting. You see that? Now it's just like aiming wrong. It changed where... Also, that doesn't change with the player orientation. Now it's shooting from its butt. Interesting. I thought it would change with the player orientation. I thought that would have flipped the value of this sign. Actually, well, it doesn't. No, it is changing with player orientation. But I need to flip the value of the Y depending on my orientation. Yeah, it is still targeting. It's just targeting not as efficiently. Alright, this I'm going to need to switch the code for. Yeah, I didn't think of that. So, the Y value specifically needs to be positive if facing one direction and negative if facing the other direction. Actually, not the Y, the X. No, the Y is fine. The X needs to change to positive or negative depending on player direction. I didn't think of that. Okay, well, I could just multiply this value by a value that's either positive or negative if playerCenter.x is positive or negative. So, say float. Actually, no. Yeah, float. Direction base equals Hmm. So... yeah, I would just need to take the value of player.center. Player.center x. And then I need to find the sign of that. Which is... you take the absolute value... like, you take this, divide it by its absolute value. So the only thing that comes out is the sign. I don't know if you can use abs like this for absolute value. But I'm about to find out. And then... this would be... times direction facing. It also needs to be a little further, so... alright, let's see if this breaks anything. It broke. Abs does not exist. Okay, how to take absolute value of a vector. Of a float. Framework. Absolute value. Oh, I should switch screens. Go to web, transition. Oh, do I need to... I need to include math then. Decimal value. This is just rounding though, isn't it? It says this is in system. Turns absolute value of a decimal number. Math.abs. Yeah, okay, so... math abs value. So I have the right namespace. Source math.cs. It should be in systems, but I think it's like a capital abs and then so like do math.abs and then the value. Okay. So I think I just wrote it wrong. So we go to code. Where am I? Here we go. So math.abs. Do I need to include math? It should just be in system. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to say math here. Just abs. File, save. Okay, that's saying it doesn't exist. Math.abs. Files. Not save as. File save. Okay, I need to say math.abs. Alright. What do? Switching the screens. Okay. That didn't work at all. Now it's staying in the exact same spot regardless. It should be over on this side now. Why not do that? Is that the wrong sign for divide? What's it? Do I need to use a percent sign for divide? Hold on. Let me switch screens again. That's remainder. That is division. Plus and minus division. Yeah, it should be dividing. The output should be negative. Do I need to put like parentheses? Because like right now this value isn't changing at all. If I go to the code. Yeah, I mean, player center.x, when the player turns, should be a different value. And if I multiply that with, and I multiply that float with the sign here, maybe there's a way to like get sign. I wonder if there's a function to get a sign instead of just doing it mathematically. Work. Editing. Sign. Float. Sign. I could just say sign float x. I don't need to do this whole complicated math thing. So I could say direction facing equals switch screens again. So I could just say float direction facing equals sign that, and this would be an int. Public. Yeah, let's see. It's saying I could just do that. I mean, this does need to call this function that I'm working in, the update effects. This calls every game tick. So, maybe I need to define these outside of here. Oops. What are you doing? I just wanted to move you. Since these are not... Well, this should change with the... I don't know. Here, let's try putting it out here. I'll save. Save and exit the game. Let's switch screens. Okay. Workshop develop. Sign cannot be used like a method. Oh, I think I need to say math F sign. Yeah. Let me just add that real quick. Math F dot sign. Save. Retry. Okay. Let's see if that did anything. Not multiplayer. Single player. Not Infernum. Not yet. No. It's doing absolutely nothing. That's annoying. Why you not care about me? And plus, my method I was thinking of shouldn't even work anyway. Actually, no, it should. It should work. It should work. Because it's only staying positive. Okay. So why does this not change? Okay, let's go back to the code. All this for shooting where I wanted to shoot. It's always the things you think won't be complicated. Yeah. Well, I'm adding directly to playercenter.x. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm getting the sign of playercenter.x, then I'm adding this directly to that. Oh, like to the player center. But this seems to not change. This seems to, this only seems to... Here, I could do it a different way. The thing on the internet showed some code that was saying, it was like, check. So like, if... I could do like an if thing, where it's like, if this integer is this, then have this value negative. Else if, don't do that. You know? So, yeah, what I could do is turn this into a more complicated if statement than it needs to be. So I could say if direction facing is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0. So that's if player is facing the positive direction, then this vector is true. Well, I should initialize vector2 projector. I should initialize this here. So vector 2.0. How do I zero this? I shouldn't need to do that. And I'll just say else. And vector 2. This will be for the negative case, and then I'll make this. Okay. Jank code, yes, but maybe it'll work. Back to Terraria. Okay. Cannot convert lambda expression to type bool. What is a lambda expression? Maybe I just, instead of greater or less than 0, because we're getting a sign. Yeah, well, I know sign this should be an int output according to this. Okay, so returns 0. Okay. Okay. Function to check whether the input number is greater than 0 or not. Public static string check int r. String check? Why are they using a string check? If r equals 0, then input equals 0. Why do they use a string check? I need to switch to the web because I'm looking on the web now. So, how they are doing this, they're using public static string check for this? Oh, the error was that it didn't like my if statement, basically. But, yeah, so... int r. String check. Why is there a string check? Or maybe... No, I don't know why that is that way. It could just be that they called it string check, but where's r getting its value from, you know? Because r is defined here, so string check must give r a value. Like, that string check must be something that requires r as an input. Or, like, an int as an input. Okay. Int sign function. They're just using math.sign. Yeah. What does it mean by lambda expression then? It's like, cannot convert lambda expression to type bool, as it is not a delegate type. What does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. The rest of the world feels mighty cold. Wonder if I could just... Maybe I need to set it equal. So instead of saying greater than or equal to 0, I need to say equals equals -1 equals 0. Maybe it wants me to be specific. I don't know. I'm not sure. Direction facing... I don't see why this would be bad, though. Like, I don't see why this would fail. What's a lambda expression? Also, maybe... I saw some things that just used math instead of mathf. Maybe that's why? I'm gonna try loading that real quick. Yeah, no. Same error. So that shouldn't matter. Let's put that back. Maybe? I thought it was... You could be right. It could be that. Okay. You were right. But now it gave me another error. It's saying projectile offset does not exist in the current context. So I do need to initialize it up here. Vector 2, garage offset equals new vector 2. How do you initialize a vector 2? Oops. Let me switch screens because I'm doing stuff on the web again. Thought it'd be quick, but it was not. C# initializing. I just say vector 2 vector. Okay. I knew there's the easy way to do it. I just forgot the easy way to do it. So I should just be able to say that and go like that. Okay. Let's save this. Let's go and initialize and okay. Local parameter name projectile offset cannot be declared in this scope because that name is used in an enclosing local scope to define a local or blah, 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 blah. Do I need to say private? No. Also, what line are you whining about? 110. Okay. Maybe I take these out now that I've defined this as a projectile 2. Okay, that worked. Vector 2, not projectile 2. Alright. Now let's go to our Terraria. Okay, let's see if this did anything. No, still does the same thing. Why? Why, SpongeBob? Why is it shooting lasers out of its butt? Hey. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be caring about this direction facing at all. Maybe the X... Oh, wait. No, I know why. Because X isn't negative for the player. It's not relative to the player. It's relative to the world, I think. I think... So, this is all well and good, but it doesn't change anything if I... Okay. Yeah. Player center X does not reverse when the player is facing another direction. How do I get that information then? To the web! I don't know why I assumed that that was how that worked. Player dot direction. direction. Player's direction. Entity.direction. Hit direction. Hit direction. Direction. Immune alpha direction. Directional input sync cache. Shadow direction. Directions get alt size. Int direction. How do we get an NPC's direction? Entity.direction. Okay, is entity.direction... What is... Is that a boolean? True or false? It's an int. So I'm assuming it's basically a sign. So would I just do like player.direction? Is that a thing? So if I go like... Switch screens. Position. I might be slightly overcomplicating things. So, okay. I think I don't need this whole if statement. This is redundant. And I can do what I was doing before. So I can multiply this, and instead of doing this, I would do player.direction.x, or just players.direction. I might just be able to do that. Let's see if that works. Switch my screen. Workshop. Develop. Okay. Okay. Change int direction. Terraria. Body. How get play. That's Minecraft. Maybe this will have something. Owner.center. Idle position. Built for it creates. Somebody being really loud at their car. Awesome. No, I don't think the capital is the problem. There's a hidden use turn stat that determines if the player will turn around to face the cursor. Player class. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is just literally not capitalized. And that was the problem. And if that's the case, I will be slightly disappointed. But honestly, I expected it at this point. It was the problem. Ah! Oh, I'm glad that I had you here to tell me that, because I feel like without that I would have agonized over that for far too long. Let me switch screens again. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. That's world. Yep, that worked. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Alright, now I need to get the aiming back on point, because right now it's aiming above their heads. So, back to the code. I think that's just in get target. Because, like, okay. Yeah, I mean, well, no, I don't think it's in this. I think... because that's where it starts, and that's where it ends. I don't know why it would be any different, though. Like... I think it is aiming at the target center. It's just missing a lot more than when it was on the ground. I'm not sure why it would. Oh, okay. What if I made it really fast? What if I made it like 100? I could see for sure if it's aiming off or not if I did that. So... basically just see where this thing's aiming. Single player... okay, it is for sure aiming above them. So I might need to change the direction too, as well. Okay, so I think I need to add the same amount to the other vector. So let me change my screen, and I think to this before I multiply, I need to. Oops. Need to go like that, and I need to say plus proj offset. Alright. Let's load this code. Alright, it loads. Good start. Oh, if I multiplied it by like 0.01, then there'd be a bunch of really slow projectiles that don't even last for long enough to hit the target. Yeah. Before I had the multiplication there, it would shoot the projectiles at the same rate, but they'd just be incredibly slow. Well, that's not right. I might need to subtract instead of add. I think that's what I need to do. Because I'm adding it to one part, so I need to subtract it from the other. Let's try this again, shall we? It was just a little off, you know. It wasn't like terribly off or anything. Okay, I think I'm doing this wrong. What am I getting wrong here? Okay. Uh, so that's clearly not the answer. So why then is it off? Oh, wait. I think I know why. It's player.direction to target center, so it's taking it from the player center to the target center. And the Y value is different. The X value is fine. So I just need to change the Y value. So I think, actually, I had the right idea. I just needed to... No, I dislike it when it does. I just needed to add it into here, I think. Into this spot right here. Sorry, my little guy's blocking it. Yeah. Because this is the direction from the player to the target center. And then I subtract the offset there. Because I added the offset to the player center. There. So, let's try that again. I should have to subtract the offset for that. Well, good news, it worked. Well, it didn't crash, I mean. Okay. Okay. Yay! I fixed it. Thank goodness. Oh, that took longer than it needed to. But that's what happens when you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Now I just need to add a little pew-pew sound whenever this goes off, and this will be done, except for the crafting recipe and maybe some more shading. But it really does. You have to, like, subscribe to people to get their custom emotes, and I don't think I have... Like, I think you need to be a partner to make your own custom emotes. Yeah, I made this. I made this art. I made the art for the little bug guy, too. It's based off of a project that a streamer I like watching is making. I'm making this whole mod, like, based off of that streamer's content. Just because I thought it'd be fun to interact with another streamer while I'm trying to stream, you know? Thank you. And plus, it's a great way to learn C#, as we have noticed. So yeah, let's add in the laser pew-pew sound, and then I'll call my stream from there. Because I was supposed to end my stream 30 minutes ago, but I'm on a roll. And by on a roll, I mean I'm struggling with basic code. Alright, so... Okay, so all we have to do is, after the, or like in the same area as the projectile, we add the sound. And I know there's a function for playing a sound. So I did it. Okay, I can close this now. I did it for something else. Oh yeah, I did it for the mount item. But that's item.useSound. That's different. Okay. Alright, time to look it up again. Go to the web. This should be easier though. Terraria modding, how to play sound. Is it main.playSound? Oh, okay, so they say play sound int type int exp. Okay, so this is the style and the category. So main.playSound to int projectile.center x And projectile center Y, 1. Okay. Okay, so I need to look up Terraria sound IDs. Okay, and laser item 12. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay. So I can just do this. Copy that over to my code. And instead of item, I do item 12. And projectile.center. I'll do player.center. Save. Let's see if this breaks everything. First, let me let you see. Break? It broke. You lied to me! Main.play sound. Okay, back to reading on the web. Yeah. That would be interesting. Oh. They had a problem. They had this exact problem. Okay. Terraria.audio.soundengine.playsound. Okay. Okay. Go back to code. Code. So we just go, whoop, Terraria.audio.soundengine.playsound. Save. Compile, yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now let's see what sound I managed to pull. It should be the laser sound. It should be. Let's see if it is. Let's go! Okay. I expected this part to be easy, so at least there's that. Let's go. Also, I feel like it'd be fun to have like an attacking animation. So right now it doesn't have an animation for the attacking. It just sort of casually shoots you. But that is an issue for another day. For now, though, I am done with this mount. It took super freaking long, but I eventually got it done. So yeah, cool. Cool. And I can put my own custom sound in there if I really want to as well. I know how to do that. What is the mount? Is that what you're asking? The mount is something... on Twitch, there's a Twitch streamer called Neurosama. I'm assuming you haven't heard of Neurosama. Neurosama is an AI VTuber who... Neurosama was made by a guy called Vettel987. and he's like, he streams his development process for making this interactive AI VTuber that like interacts with chat and like talks to them and stuff like that. And based off of like what chat tells them, or like it can even talk to you in conversation. It's actually a pretty advanced AI for its kind. It's pretty neat. And there's another streamer that I like to watch called Ellie Minibot, who said that they could put Neurosama in a robot dog because they're a robotics engineer. And this mod is based around Ellie Minibot's content. And this is the robot dog that they're putting Neurosama into. So yeah. Also, this little pet guy right here. Also, the reason why there's cookies and a metal bar sound when this thing comes out. Yeah, I made art of them. Is Neurosama famously loves a metal bar sound. Vettel gave her the ability to play a metal bar sound, and she would not stop spamming it. So now that's the summoning item for her. It's the metal pipe. Yeah, I mean, that's just what robot dogs look like. But yeah, so the summoning item is metal pipe. She also likes cookies, so I made a little cookie particle. And this little guy is a code bug. That's like basically the little... It's almost like the mascot of Ellie Minibot's stream and stuff. He's just a little guy. I made him inch along, and he has the penguin pet AI, so he like flies on a little jetpack. You know, this was way easier to develop. And yeah, its summoning item is a bean, because Ellie famously loves beans. And I even added its own little buff, so I think it wants that bean. And for Neuro Dog, I was like, you know, it's the largest solo robot dog ever made by a hobbyist. Because technically it is, since I last checked. So... But it's supposed to be like an actually, sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, that's all the progress I have on this mod so far. But next time I work on this mod, I'll probably add in Ellie herself. Because I know how to add NPCs. It just, the pixel art just takes time, you know? And I'm trying to figure out what other content to add. But there's plenty of stuff I could do. But yeah, now I got a mount. And now I know how to make a mount shoot. Which, making the mount and like move around like this, that was the easy part. The hard part was finding the code to get this thing to frickin' shoot a laser. That is what took an additional 2 extra days. Oh my god. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by oh the bot? Yeah. How dare you? Yeah, Ellie Minibot is the name of a streamer. She's not the one in the dog. She's the one who makes the dog. Okay. Well, I'm done now, so I think I'm going to head out. And I have a midterm I need to be studying for, so I should probably go do that. Yeah, I'm gonna make pixel art of the streamer. I like make them an NPC in this mod. Because I'm not done with the mod, no. I'm done with this part, this one item from the mod. And even then I'm not done with it. I still need to make a crafting recipe and all that, but in order to make a crafting recipe, I need to figure out like how I'd even want the progression of the mod to go, you know? So right now, I'm just making the items function. Crafting recipes are fairly easy to get that done. Oh yeah, no, my midterms, yeah, I did one my other one was postponed till this week, so because of weather. So I had a little more time to study, which is great because I didn't use it at all to study. So I should do that. And speaking of which, I should end stream. But yeah, thanks for coming by. For everyone who came by. And next stream... Oh, also, I reached out to the people who my motors are supposed to come from for my underwater ROV. And they said that it'll be here, like, they didn't have enough motors, so it's going to take like a month from when I ordered it for them to get there. So next stream, I still need to design the controller and like the control system for my underwater ROV, so I'll be doing that then. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, and I guess I'll see you next time. If you want to come watch, it'll be on Friday, 9 a.m. Cali time, so 9 a.m. PST should be there. Alright, see ya.